Hi guys, this is Andy from Nismotech UK. We're giving an overview for Spire Corp. This is the Sonex 6010 gaming case. Now, you may not have heard of Spire Corp before. They are reasonably new to the UK scene, but you will start to see a lot of their product range appearing on various different websites going forward. Let's move on to this side of the case. It mentions the specifications on the case itself. So we have 6 3.5-inch bays, one of which is externally accessible, 4 5.25-inch bays. It will support the ATX and micro ATX motherboards and the ATX power supply, 7 expansion slots, and comes with 2 fans, a black one at the back and a blue LED at the front, both 12cm, and it can also support an additional 2 12cm on the side panel. It features USB 2.0 and USB 3.0, along with the standard audio jacks up at the top, and also features a nice built-in card reader. Looking at this side of the box, it does mention a few additional features that we've not covered yet. It does have a top blue LED glow. The front is an all-meshed panel. It can fit large CPU coolers and long VGA cards, and is prepared for water cooling tubes and units, and is backed by a 2-year manufacturer warranty. Okay, so this is the Sonex 6010 gaming case from Spire. One thing that I need to point out right from the start of the video: this case is a budget case. I managed to find it on Amazon for around about £40, so we're not going to be expecting all the top features like toolless installation, etc. From this case, but what it does represent is extremely good value for money and reasonably good build quality as well. So let's start by looking at the front. Also, we have got quite a nice gaming look about the actual case. The blue bar up at the top here does glow when power is connected to that, and you do have a blue LED behind here, which we'll show you a little bit later. We have mesh panels to cover the 5.25-inch bay and also the 3.5-inch bay here. We will remove that in a moment. Looking at this side of the actual case, we have room here for 2 120mm fans, and we'll just take the side panel off. So the first thing you're going to notice that we haven't got any removable hard drive caddies on the inside here, or any toolless installation, which isn't too much of a problem. This is a budget case, but what it does do is provide you with excellent build quality. So I'm just going to bring you in a little bit closer and we can have a look at this in more detail. Okay, so as you can see down here, we have got room for 4 3.5-inch drives. There are no bay adapters for the 2.5-inch SSDs, unfortunately. Up at the top, a little bit higher up, we have the external floppy drive bracket here, and I see room for the optical drives and also all the internal headers from the front of the I/O panel. Okay, so looking at the back of the case, we can see the 7 expansion slots, a couple of holes here for water cooling, the pre-installed 120mm fan, and also a top mounted PSU. Okay, so looking at this side of the case, we have a very nice large window here for the CPU cooler, if you did need to remove that without taking the motherboard out of the case. There is a rubber mount or rubber pad up on the PSG mount, which is nice to see. That's going to help with the vibration. A couple of tie downs for cable management, but you're not going to get too many sort of cables in the back here. There's no room at all for that. There is a lot of space here, so if you did need to hide any cables, I'm sure that you could move some cables back here. Okay, so on to the top I/O panel. As you can see here, we have got this nice shiny plastic that covers the first sort of quarter of the actual case itself, and then going back, it's just the metal of the actual case. Now we have got a large power button here, an LED light for the power, I assume, or it could be hard drive LED. We have the reset button here, 2 USB 2.0. I do know that it's optional. The sample that we've got is a USB 2.0, but I think that they might be shipping this with USB 3.0 now. The audio jacks and this here is a SD MMC MS card reader, which is something that you don't normally find on a budget case. So I think it's really good that Spire have taken the time to include this into this case. The only thing I will say is this rubber protective cover, it would be nice to see that still connected to the actual card reader, so in case you were to lose that. So let's take the front panel off and have a look at that. Okay, so now looking at the front panel, we can see the 120mm blue LED fan here. The mesh panels up at the top here, the drive bays, one thing that's really good to see is that they've actually put some form of foam on here to obviously help with the noise and also the dust entering the actual computer, which is a nice little feature. Obviously it is mesh all the way across, so I assume that we have got some form of panel. Yeah, we've got some foam in behind the actual fan as well to help with dust and vibration. Okay, so I've now connected the power supply unit up to the case, and you can see the blue LED fan along with a couple of sort of blue bars on here which look quite good. And moving to the top of the case, again we have sort of like a Knight Rider theme blue bar going across the top. So let's have a look, see what it's like with the lights out. As you can see, the blue bar at the top looks quite effective in the dark, and so does the actual LED fan and these little blue bars here. Okay, so as a summary for the Spire Sonex 6010 gaming case, the case itself is reasonably well built. Obviously it is lacking a lot of features that you'd find in a more premium case, but it does represent extremely good value for money. It supports a micro ATX and also an ATX motherboard, and has reasonably good cooling options with the 2 pre-installed fans and the option to install a further 2 fans on the side panel. It features good expandability with the 7 PCI slots, as well as numerous amount of hard drive and optical drive bays. The SD card reader is a nice addition to the case. You don't normally find that in the case under £50, so it's really nice to see that. It's also nice to see the foam panels behind the mesh front panel on the optical drives and also the fan at the front. So Spire have obviously thought about dust getting into the actual case itself. So overall, this case will appeal to those of you that are system builders who are looking for a case to go into a budget build, and also those of you who are looking for your first gaming case to do your first build. You really can't go wrong with something like this. We hope you liked the overview of the case, and we will see you in our next video.
We hoped you liked our video review. If you did, then please leave a like, as well as any comments or questions you may have down below. Full details and specifications on this item can be found at our website, nismotech.com, along with all the links for purchasing if you wish. Also on our site you'll find our latest reviews and current giveaways, plus a lot more. We look forward to seeing you in our next review.